Hello everyone! I guess the only good thing about it already being March again is that we've already lived through the worst March in existence, so the bar is literally on the floor. Anyways, this month's theme is porcelain. So last November, singer, songwriter, actor, producer, rapper, dancer, CEO, and cat parent Zhang Yixing, aka Lay from EXO, released his second collab with Converse, which was inspired by Chinese porcelain. And I am still absolutely gutted my Wi-Fi wasn't quick enough to snatch up a pair, so this is my coping mechanism. For the cover page, I drew a fancy plate with some floral designs and I wrote March in the center. I wanted to try something new for my month at a glance, and this is what I came up with. Because my whole theme is porcelain, when I think of porcelain, I just think of blue and white, so I decided to do all of the line work in blue instead of black. I was really nervous about how this would turn out, but I think in the end, it looks really cool. Blue is a neutral color, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Thank you so much. This layout, I decided to focus on vases because the first thing that comes to mind when I think of porcelain are ornate, beautiful vases. On the left side, I drew a rather large vase to place my monthly tasks and notes, and on the right side, I drew 5 vases to spell out March. My favorite part of this spread would have to be the border. I wanted to add some pizzazz, so I drew a tiered border. The outer tier is simply a thick blue outline. For this, I used a Crayola Super Tip marker. I also used the same marker to fill in some details on all the different faces that I've previously drawn. The center tier consists of little swirlies. This part took so long, but in the end, it was so worth it. The last tier is simply a thin blue line. I drew some dots on the thin line border to place the days of the week and used a white pen to write on top of the marker. For the numbers on the calendar, I decided to keep it simple and just use the same blue pen. Since I ended up really liking the blue line work, I decided to carry that over for the rest of the month. But as you'll soon see with this mood tracker, I do still use black occasionally. For the border around my mood tracker, I drew just a regular rectangular border, and I also drew some flowers in the corners with vines connecting all of the corners. But for the flower, I did outline in black because I will be filling in the flower with different shades of blue, and this way, I think it'll pop more. I wanted to keep my habit tracker simple, so I drew 6 plates, 1 for each habit. Inside each plate is a calendar. And the plates are decorated plainly because my hand was cramping, and I knew that I'd be doing the absolute most for my first weekly spread. Speaking of the first weekly spread, here it is. The basis of this spread is that I divided up the page into 3 columns and 4 rows, so that there's a total of 12 boxes. Since I only use 6 boxes for the days because I combine the weekend, I have 6 extra boxes to play with. With the extra boxes, I decided to do some doodles of different ceramic pieces. I drew a vase, jar, teapot, teacup, bowl, and saucer. Each one has a floral motif to kind of tie them all together. For the days of the week, I drew a rectangle at the top of each box using different shades of blue. Again, I used a white pen to write out the days of the week. For the lightest shades, I did use a black pen so that it can be read easier. Now I'm filling in all of the floral motifs using all the different shades of blue as per my monthly color palette. I decided last minute to actually write down the date, and so I added an extra box to the bottom of each section and wrote the date there. And now it's time for the final flip through. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!